Welcome back to PF International. KGP is up next, and my selection for the season, Bobby Game, has put it on pole. He's won the earlier final one. He's going to have it all on to beat Dennis Gorman, though, who's alongside on P2. Dennis will be hoping for a better result than last season when he started the season here at PF International. Was involved in a big incident through the Mike Wilson complex on the last lap where he was taken off the track and was very disappointed to finish down in 19th place, so we'll be hoping to go 18 places better this time. Dennis, the 4 kart, is carrying the onboard camera. He's dropped back to 3rd place there. The 5 kart slips through to 2nd spot. That's Jake Hughes. We're into the Parabolica, the new section of track. Some nice clear onboard shots in this one. The weather's a little bit better than it was earlier. Not so much condensation in the camera housing. So Gorman looking to get past Hughes, but no luck. 43 makes a place. Tom Healy in the hairpin. Kart streamed through the Surtees hairpin and down to the inside hairpin. Hairpin number 2 on board here with Dennis Gorman. It's 46 Bobby Game out front. 1996 and 97 British champion Bobby. Got Jason Edgar in this one as well. The 17 kart. He's a former British champion multiple times. He will, of course, only be known from now on, though, as uncle of Johnny Edgar. Forget all the British championships, he's just the uncle of Johnny Edgar, who, as I predicted earlier, will be a future British champion in the Coma Cadet class. Dennis Gorman down into turn 1. Bruno Ferrari takes 2nd place. Left-handed under the bridge and into this new section of track. Left-handed here over the bridge, right-handed now down the hill. Gives you a good run down to Surtees hairpin. Hairpin number 1. So it's Gorman, the 4 kart, in 2nd place. In behind him is the 5 kart of Jake Hughes. Behind him, Tom Healy, the 43 kart. 55 going through the picture is Luca Hurst, the rookie. Started at the back of the field, made up a few places so far. This KGP class, or Kart Grand Prix class, uses a BRM engine, 125cc, tag engine, which means touch and go, so it's a push-button starter. New class to karting last year. Became very successful very quickly. And still decent numbers this year, despite the fact that some of the drivers in the class last year have moved back into the KF2 category, the race that we saw in part 2. So we see Tom Healy looking racing, the 43 kart there. Jason Edgar in the mix as well, former British champion. You expect him to be a bit of a player this season. Gorman will definitely be a player, 4th in last year's championship in this Super 1 series in KGP, and looking to go 3 places better this year and 18 places better than he finished this race last year. Healy at the inside trying to make a spot. Talking of Dennis Gorman and that incident last year, Dennis's father Peter is actually a clerk of the course himself. He doesn't officiate at this series, but he is a clerk of the course and very highly experienced as well. He was very happy with the decisions the clerks made last year at this round to exclude James Gornall, but was less than satisfied with the decisions of the stewards who overturned that decision, gave him a place penalty, James Gornall, and Peter was unhappy with that, thought that was the wrong decision. I'm sure if Dennis goes on to win this race, it will all be forgotten though. 17 is Jason Edgar, back on board with Dennis Gorman. He's closed Bobby right down here, so Bobby Game under pressure. Left-handed over the bridge, right-handed now down the hill. Get this slingshot down the hill into the Surtees hairpin. Chance for Gorman up the inside, surely. Here comes Gorman for the lead. Has he got it? Yes, he has. Drops Bobby Game back one. And getting in the mix is Tom Healy as well. These 3 are clear of the rest, about 12 lengths back to the driver in 4th place. Gorman from Game and Healy, 43. 10 is Robert Shield. The 5 kart there is Jake Hughes, 5th place. In 6th place, the 15 kart of Stephen Phillip, man from Alva. Not sure where Alva is. He's a member of the Trent Valley Kart Club here, so will be experienced on this track. 6th place currently, started 10th, Stephen Phillip, so he's up 4 places so far. But the 3 leaders are away and gone. Gorman from Bobby Game, and he's about to come under pressure here from the 43 kart of Tom Healy sometime very soon. This is the new part of the track, the Parabolica over the bridge, right-handed again. You see the photographer in the background, Chris Walker, taking the shots that you see in Karting magazine in the next week or so. There's Healy up the inside of Bobby Game, and Bobby won the earlier final. Well, a bit of contact between them. Bobby struggling a bit here in this one. There's 10, Robert Shield goes past Bobby Game as well, so drops Game down to 4th. And now this contact between Game and Healy. Game with his hand in the air, doesn't like that. So he come through the Fullerton S's and head down to Bobby Game corner. There is Bobby Game, the 46 Kart. This corner named after him, into the Mike Wilson complex. Game getting a warning flag, as is Tom Healy on the start-finish line here. Karts 46 and 43 getting a warning for the contact as Jason Edgar runs into the back of Luca Hurst. Hurst lucky to hold on to that. He's through to 8th place, started 19th, so made up 11. Maths a stronger subject for me than geography, obviously. Dennis Gorman it is that leads it on board with Gorman. The 10 car of Robert Shields made his way through to 2nd place. Shield in the distance, Games back through to 3rd. Healy still on his case. Then comes the 5 Kart. 5 car, of course, Jake Hughes and Stephen Phillip. 7 Kart there, James Gornall makes his way past the 39 car of Brett Smith. Gornall, former British GT driver, and one of those drivers in this championship that you'd expect to be challenging at the sharp end sometime during this season. No Mike Simpson this year, who won it last year, and no Mark Litchfield either. So this championship really is wide open. I do feel that Bobby Game here, the 46 car, has got what it takes to win this championship, but certainly so has Gorman, so has Gornall, Shield, Jake Hughes. Plenty of drivers in this one that could take this championship. At this stage of the season, you're just looking for a solid performance to put yourself in contention. And none more so here than Dennis Gorman. He'll be delighted with this lead. Look at this. Down the hill is well clear here, and with the karts behind battling, as Game comes up the inside of the 10 kart, Shield, and drops him down, make that 1 or 2. Contact between Healy and Shield on the inside. On the outside, Jake Hughes. He loses another spot. Oh, contact between 5 car of Hughes and the 21 car of Jonathan Davis. Davis getting in the mix now. Jonathan Davis, former junior and senior Rotax driver, transferred to the KGP Class 4 this season. So Jonathan Davis on the 21 kart getting right into the mix. He started on P9, but he's up into the top 6. Back on board with Dennis Gorman down the main straight here at PF International. We'll stay on board for a lap of this track. Right-hander is Bruno Ferrari. Bend turn 1, left-handed then under the bridge into the parabolic of the new section of track. Left-handed again over the bridge. Right-handed now down the hill, getting a slingshot down to Surtees hairpin, the first hairpin. It's a good overtaking opportunity usually. These karts will do around about 70 miles an hour, 1 inch off the ground. This on-board action, this on-board shot certainly gives you a good indication of how much faster these karts will be than perhaps something you as a viewer may have driven at a sort of corporate karting track where karts do maybe 35 miles an hour, 1 inch off the ground, might feel like 60 or 70 miles an hour. These karts, just 1 inch off the ground doing 70 miles an hour, will feel like 140. You've never been on a fast kart before? Have a go, you'll love it. Later in the race, down to the business end, it's Gorman that leads from Jonathan Davis now through to 2nd place. Bobby Game still there in 3rd, hounded by his nemesis there, Tom Healy, in behind. Healy be hoping to convert that position into a podium. Luca Hurst has put in the fastest lap at 56.79. Hurst comes through from 19th. Where is he? There he is, the 55 kart, coming up the inside of Healy, the 4th place. So Luca Hurst through from 19th to 4th. A cracking drive for Luca. And Healy now has got that kart between himself and Bobby Game. That will help Bobby's cause, no doubt. But Hurst is the fastest man on the track, so he'll be thinking about converting 4th into something better here. He's been looking for a podium. Great drive for 19th if he can achieve that. 10 Robert Shield and 5 Jake Hughes in behind him. 15 is Phillip, 25 Scott Allen. In behind Allen is James Gornall on the 7 kart. He would have been hoping for something better today, but not James's day today. I'm sure he'll have better rounds later in the season. So Davis clear of Bobby Game in 3rd. Jonathan Davis competed in the junior Rotax category a couple of seasons ago, then senior Rotax last year, moved across to KGP this time round, and that looks like being a very good decision for Jonathan. He's there in 2nd, Bobby there in 3rd, Luca in 4th, 43 Healy, 10 Shield, 5 Hughes. He comes through Surtees hairpin one more time. Shield looks like he'll go down the inside of Healy here, and does so. So Robert Shield now up to 5th place, drops Healy down to 6th, and Bobby Game will be happy about that, no doubt. Luca Hurst, though, On the 55 card in 4th place, he'll be looking to convert 4th into 3rd, no doubt. He's right on Bobby Game's case. They come into Mike Wilson complex. Oh, and Hurst has run wide. Not sure what's happened there, but looks like he's lost places. Here's Bobby Game. Where's Hurst? Well, he's dropped right the way back. On the last lap, it was Gorman that takes a comfortable win from Jonathan Davis. Bobby Game, Hurst nowhere to be seen. He's back down the field in 15th place, failing to finish. A DNF for Hurst. He finishes in 15th place overall. What a disaster, disappointing. Started 19th, looked like he could get a podium. Ends up down in 15th. It was Gorman from Davis and Bobby Game, top 3. Healy Hughes, Shield, Allen, Philip Pike and Gornall rounding out the top 10.
Bobby, you know how to win championships, and 3rd place gives you some nice points to start the season. How does it feel to be back on the podium?
It's good to be back on it. We've had a little bit of a bumpy ride getting here, but the whole meeting's gone well. So we had a first in the first final, so 3rd's fine for the championship. See how it goes from there, really.
We've struggled all weekend with the changing conditions, struggling from wet to dry. We haven't been so fast in the wet, but we've got the pace in the dry, and thankfully it dried up for the final, so we've got some good points for the championship. And I'd just like to thank my sponsors, so White Moss Pharmacy, and then especially my dad, who unfortunately couldn't make it this weekend.
Dennis, was that win as easy as it looked?
No, they never are. I was quite lucky in a way. I got a bad start, and then when I got past Bobby for the lead, I think he dropped back a bit. So I kind of played on their misfortune and was able to just hold the gap till the end. But no, quite good in a way. He didn't get out too much over the winter, so hopefully things will get better from here, but we'll have to see how it pans out.
Well, here's a little incident we missed during the race. Grant Hunter, 27, trying to slide down the inside of Brett Smith, catches his rear bumper. Smith looks around the cameraman. Did you see it? Yes, we did. And so did the clerks of the course. Grant Hunter excluded from the race for that incident. We'll be back after this.